with your bitch in the bed, damn okay, I'm proud of me. I'm playing Uno, laying on the double D's, who my told out, she work for me. I don't need a beat for a headshot, I be in the range if you tryna leave. All right, man, let's get into it, chat. What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good with you? All right, man. Episode 3. Motion 101, man. How to invest in the stock market. If you're still here, that means you trying to get some money, man. I mean, you trying to get some money, and I'm glad to see you. I'm happy to see you, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. I hope y'all feeling good, man. So let's get into it. So I gave y'all homework last time, man. I hope y'all did that homework, because now it's time to get into something, man. It's time to get into something. It's time to get into something. And I'm finna let you know, man, you still ain't there yet. You still ain't. We not finna place no trades. You're not finna enter no positions. You ain't finna do none of that. You gotta start with the basics. You dig? You dig me? All right. So this is what we're gonna do. The topic for tonight is how to choose a brokerage account. So when we're dealing with brokerage accounts, as you can see on the chart, I put 3 up here. Those are not the only 3. Those are not the only 3. You have a lot of them. Of course, Robinhood is one. E-Trade, Fidelity. Got Charles Schwab. You used to have TD Ameritrade. They got absorbed by Charles Schwab. M1 Finance. You know, you got a bunch of different brokerages. But from what I've seen, the most popular is Robinhood, E-Trade, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab. So, with that being said, you may ask, which one do I use? Which one's the best? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Depends on, the criteria that you... Depends on what you're looking for in a brokerage. Depends on what you're looking for in a brokerage. Me, personally, I use Fidelity because my 401k is with Fidelity. My Roth is with Fidelity. My HSA is with Fidelity. My FSA is with Fidelity. My brokerage league account is with Fidelity. So I also have my one of my investment portfolios with Fidelity, among some other places. When I get to get into crypto, I got some digital wallets, cold storage wallets. I have another place where I have some other stocks. But my main brokerage that I use is Fidelity. Another big popular one that a lot of people use, I'm sure you've heard of, is Robinhood. Robinhood, let's just go through the chart. Robinhood has no account minimums, which is great. That's very great, because that means if you're starting, you don't have to start with a lot of money. They're not forcing you to have $500 or $1,000. You can put as little as 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, whatever you want. No account minimums. No fees. No fees. 0 commissions for stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos. That's amazing. Back in the day, they used to charge fees to trade. That was before my time. By the time I got into trading, that was kind of already starting to get phased out. Easy to use. I had a Robinhood account. I've actually I hadn't had one in a long time. I actually went and got back in it today before doing this video, just to kind of look at it, man. They've updated some things. I will say the Robinhood account is extremely, extremely, extremely easy to use, and that's one of the pros. It's extremely easy to use. It's user-friendly. It's great for beginners, and that's one thing I like about Robinhood. They also have an IRA contribution match for 1% for regular customers. If you got, I think they got like a gold tier, we can get up to 3%. But that's decent. That's decent. I mean, you getting something for something, man. You putting something in, they matching it for up to 1%. Some of the cons with Robinhood: limited research tools. If you're talking about something like an E-Trade or Fidelity, especially E-Trade, man, they have amazing research tools, analytics, screeners, all that type of stuff, man. Robinhood, they still lagging in that area, man. It's not the place, not the brokerage for you if you want a lot of those more sophisticated research tools. Lack of trust and transparency. We all know what happened with the GameStop deal. The GameStop deal, people weren't able to get out of their positions. That brokerage has had issues with, not working, when people are trying to get out of position. So me personally, that's why I don't like Robinhood. Me personally, no mutual funds, no foreign exchange, no futures trading. It's not really a big deal to me. Another big thing, well, it's not that big of a deal, but they do the PFOF, the payment for order, payment for order flow. And that's essentially where it could have resulted in you having some delayed executions, and not being able to get those real fast executions and getting the price you want. So E-Trade, on the E-Trade, pros, no account minimum as well, which is good. No fees, great. No fees on stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds. They were said to have the best mobile app. I can attest to that. I have E-Trade. That's where um, I've started to dabble into options a little bit. And my options account is with E-Trade. They do have an amazing mobile app. They have amazing educational content, great tools and resources, like I said before. E-Trade, amazing. I can't say nothing bad about it. E-Trade is great. Some of the cons: no direct purchase of fractional shares. We haven't talked about that yet. But for me, that's a big deal. That's a big deal because if you're somebody that's dollar cost averaging and you want to put a certain amount in every week, every 2 weeks, every month, like we talked about in the last video, that can kind of hurt you. That can kind of hurt you. Not to say that you can't just let it sit um, in the brokerage account, but if you wanted to, put that thing in some VTI, put that thing in some VO, some SPY, some QQQ, you can't do that because they don't allow the fractional shares. Options cost 50 to 65 cents per contract. No direct crypto investing. You cannot buy, can't get your crypto. Robinhood is a good option for that, because they have cryptos and stocks. I think Robinhood has up to 18 different cryptos. So if you want to be able to get your stocks and cryptos in the same place, Robinhood may be a better option for you. E-Trade, low interest rates for uninvested cash. It's not that big of a deal. But if you're somebody that wants to be able to earn a small return on your money while sitting there, you may look some elsewhere. Fidelity, my favorite. No account minimums, fees, $0 on commission, stocks, ETF trades. Was rated the #1 brokerage of 2024. They also have great research tools, screeners, no PFOF. They have very, very, very fast order execution, great order execution. Some of the cons, I guess you could say, 65 cents per options contract. Fidelity, same with E-Trade. They may not be as user friendly as a Robinhood. It may take a little more figuring it out, to learn how to maneuver those apps and sites. But it's not too bad, man. It can be managed. And Fidelity, you can buy crypto, but you can only buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's limited. So I mean, there's a lot of different brokerages out there. I encourage you to, kind of just do a little research, man. Do a little research. Do a little research to figure out what you want. I know a lot of people start Robinhood. I don't have a problem with that. I told you I personally don't use Robinhood, but I know a lot of people that do. It's easy to use for beginners, so it may be good for you, or maybe it's E-Trade, or maybe you're like me who has your 401k and other things with Fidelity. So you may just go ahead and use Fidelity. Figure out what works best for you. And what I need you to do is I need you to go and open up a brokerage account if you do not have one. Go and open up a brokerage account and fund that thing. Some things you're going to need. They are going to require your social security number, your bank account, photo ID, some personal information. They might want to know. They're going to want to know where you work, address, how much money you make, and it doesn't have to be spot on. They're gonna ask you some personal questions. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Don't get concerned. Your information is safe. Another thing I want to say about these brokerages is, you might say, is my money safe with them? Is my money safe? Your money is safe. These brokerages, and most of them they're covered by the FDIC up to $250,000, and most of them also have their own private insurance as well. And in the event that they did go bankrupt, the government has things in place. Your money would just be transferred over to another broker. So your money is safe. Don't worry about that. Go make a brokerage account and fund that thing. And be ready, man, because we're finna keep moving forward. Go and open a brokerage account and fund it. You see what I'm saying? I just gave you 3 options right here. And you can go look up some more if you want to do a little more research. Get you a brokerage account. Fund that thing, you dig? Fund it, man, and be back, man. Tell somebody else to come back with you, you dig? Hey, man, we signing out. Thank you for coming to episode 3. We'll be back with the next one.